Out of curiosity, what kind of conferences did you aim in your PhD? Because it seems like you said that it's lighting control for theaters. Like,
Well,
what
that
kind of
was just
community were you in?
well, I was mostly in the sort of local student theater community at the university. So there is actually a small German sort of stage lighting system community that I was in at the time. But I was kind of at the fringes because when people were thinking of lighting systems back then, you usually, you can go backstage at any big theater. You'll usually find a window in the back, and if you look there, you'll find like a giant console with lots of levers and dials and things like that. And I always felt that communicated a very technical vision of lighting. Right? You would have you would turn a dial and a specific light would go on. Of course, if you are directing theater, then you have an artistic vision where you don't think of individual lights. And so I always felt that was a poor match. And so I came up with, functional ideas of how to model stage lighting. And so that was mostly driven sort of from a computing perspective and from my perspective as somebody who's involved in sort of the artistic side of theater. In the practice of theater, or the artistic side and sort of the lighting side are kind of separate things. So that turned out to be sort of difficult to bridge in a commercial sense. But the system that we developed was eminently useful, and we still use it to this day, even though I think the last version I put out was over 25 years ago.
Oh, wow. So it's good software.
It's still a good piece of software. Yeah.
Good.
So
Nice.
certain things have happened, but that it hasn't quite adapted to. But all the rise of LED lighting and RGB lighting and cheaply available moving lights and things like that. But for sort of solid theater lighting, still a very usable and efficient system.
You also mentioned that you were unsatisfied about academia in Germany.